Hey folks, Durinde here, and going to be starting a Let's Play of Darkest Dungeon. This is actually, I got to tell the truth, attempt 2 for me. I did record a first episode, checked the recording, and the music volume in the game was a little bit too loud for comfort, so you couldn't really pick out what I was saying during the gameplay. So here is me starting this, again, Darkest Dungeon, roguelike RPG, got a awesome graphical gothic comic style. You're going to be seeing it throughout the gameplay. You got a little glimpse of it there. I do not have the Shieldbreaker DLC, just in case you're familiar with Darkest Dungeon and you know what that's all about. Darkest Dungeon came out, I don't have the exact dates, but feels like about a year and a half ago. I had fun with it when it initially came out. In the meantime, there has been a couple bits of DLC, including the Shieldbreaker, and also I think it's called the Court of the Crimson Kings. When I last played it, the Court of the Crimson Kings or the Shieldbreaker DLC were not out. I did recently download the Crimson Kings DLC. Haven't experienced anything from that DLC yet, so I thought I'd start playing Darkest Dungeon again and just experience that, because I do have fond memories of playing it when it initially came out. And I thought I'd experience that, and I thought I'd take you along for a ride as well. This was something that I was going to be playing anyway, so I said to myself, let's record this for YouTube. Why not? So, campaign. We're going to start a new campaign, and we're going to take all these little bits of DLC with us. And we have 3 different difficulties. We have Radiant, which makes things a little bit easier, a little bit faster. Darkest. It's kind of the original settings for Darkest Dungeon, so this is kind of what I was playing with when it first came out. And Blood Moon, which is for people who enjoy losing, basically. No quarter, no forgiveness. I'm going to start with the Radiant campaign. You know what? If this campaign goes okay, and, you know, I get positive feedback and whatnot, maybe I'll move to the next difficulty level, and then we'll go from there. Starting with the easiest as well, since it has been so long since I played it last, aside from me trying to record the last episode. So I wanted to start off easy so I don't get overwhelmed. I'm just going to call it Durinde, because that is our name. So there's an awesome narrator. He's going to talk about a stagecoach and stuff here now, so I'm going to let him do that. There's a backstory involved with a cursed family that we're a part of, a manor and an estate
along the old road
that we're trying to clear of evil.
It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Okay, so this is going to bring us into the tutorial section of the game. So again, kind of the premise is that our family has been cursed. The family estate has been cursed. The village around it, you know, things have been declining over the past couple of years, and evil has been unlocked. And we're basically coming back to set things right. The narration is told through the view of the caretaker. That was the guy who was talking about the snaking road and stuff like that. So, you know, he was the one who was in charge of the estate while we were gone, and has, you know, kind of seen about the downfall of things going on. So this is where we start off. It is a roguelike, so there is going to be a randomized map, randomized encounter, and random loot. We have 2 characters to start off with. This is going to change over the course. There's different, of course, of the game. There's different character classes and whatnot. I won't get too deep into it, because there are all sorts of character classes and whatnot. So once we unlock them, I'll talk a little bit more about them. But right now we have the Crusader, who's kind of an up-front fighter, and we have a Highwayman who can do some damage over time. He can make people bleed, And he also has a nice area of effect attack. So we're just starting with these two lads starting off. We're going to move
Brigands have run
to this room.
Keep to the side path.
And of course this is the tutorial, so it's going to be telling us how to move and things. Like I said, I played this before, so at least I won't be fumbling around combat and stuff as much as I did last time. Alright, so combat in Darkest Dungeon. It's affected by a few things. One of them is position. So you see this guy's kind of in front and this guy's behind him. So that's going to affect the attacks that we can do. So we have Open Vein, which means I can do this attack from the first three positions, represented by the little three yellow dots right under us. And that attack can hit enemies in the first two positions. We also have Grape Shot, which won't be able to hit this guy because he is in the first position. It can hit people in the second and third position. Actually, no, I have to be in the first, second or third position to use it. But it can hit people in the first, second, and third position. This would do 3 to 4 damage. This would do 4 to 8 damage. And also there's a chance of bleed, which is a nice damage over time effect. You can see the resistances of each of your enemies. So you got the health there. You got a 90% chance to hit us. He's only got a 20% chance of resisting bleed, so that means 8 out of 10 times, once we attack him, he's probably going to pick up the bleed trait. So he's picked up that debuff. He's going to attack us. He's probably going to hit us. 2 damage, not bad. And this is our Crusader. So he's got a couple attacks. Smite, which is a lot of damage over a single target. We have Zealous Accusation. A little bit less damage, but over multiple targets. Stunning Blow will actually stun them and take them out of combat for a turn. So let's do that just to see its effects. He's stunned. He won't be able to attack us. That's going to give us another turn with our Highwayman, and that has cleared off a little bit of combat. And we got 100 gold for doing that, of course. Like I said, it's a roguelike, so everything we find, loot and whatnot, it's all going to be randomized. It's different curios that you come across over the course of the game, and you can interact with them. We're going to search this. There's some valuables. We've got 1,500 gold.
Trinkets and
That's pretty good. Right, so let's move on to the next part of the game, and this is going to be the final part of the initial combat tutorial anyway. Assuming we win. I'm pretty sure, actually, the first time I played Darkest Dungeon, I lost my Highwayman in like the first encounter, so it can be an unforgiving game. You got to keep that in mind. So what I want to do, I want to do the Grape Shot Blast. Actually, let's try to stack up bleed damage on this guy. What's his resistance? 20? Okay, let's do that. So we did 5. He's got bleed, that's good. And I'm going to try to stun this guy. What's his stun resistance? 50. So it's a coin flip. If we stun him, he won't be able to attack for a turn, which does buy us some time. So let's try it. May not work. Yeah, he resisted it. And so that's the chances you take in a roguelike game. Okay, so he bled. He's going to point blank shoot our guy, but our Crusader was very lucky there by sidestepping that shot. Blanket Fire hits us both, and of course we're almost down to half health already. So we're going to just try to keep stacking up the bleed on this fellow, this very large dude. Do I want to try? I think I'm just going to go for a straight up smite here because his resistance to stun is too much. So I'm going to try to get rid of him as fast as possible. You see that little bit of blackness, that halo that appeared overhead? That's related to stress, which is on this bar down here. So once combat ends, like combat for the dungeon that you're in ends, I mean, you guys will go back to town. They'll get healed up, but they'll actually carry the stress with them back to town. And that will start to stack up as these guys go into dungeons and encounter maddening creatures and stuff like that, and fighting in darkness. So that is another aspect to like the overall strategy of the game that you have to keep an eye on. Going to open vein on this guy again. So we took him out. Now the thing is, corpses get in the way in this game. So in order for our Crusader to hit Well, this guy, he actually has to beat his way through the corpses first. So, yeah, I have no way to hit that because he's in the third position basically. Because this guy took up the first and second position. So I'm just gonna smite this corpse for reasons. So this guy's been moved up to the front. All right, so we'll do the open vein on him. Cause him to bleed. I think he might get one more attack on us. Yep. That hit our highwayman too, but combat's almost over, so we're going to be okay. And we'll do smites, which I thought would kill him, but that's the thing with RNG games. What you expect to happen doesn't always happen. So we completed a quest. We can return to town, but there is a chest here, so we're going to continue adventuring. And click on that, see if there's anything inside. It's trapped. We ended up with poison, so checking on these things, not always a good thing. Alright, so let's complete the quest. We're going to be going back to town, and what we can do in town is going to be very, very limited starting off until we do like a couple of dungeon crawls, basically, and unlock some things. These heirlooms are used to upgrade your manor and your little village, makes things kind of easier overall. And yeah, there we go. So these guys leveled up. So we have Renault, who will never drink in town. This guy's nervous, so he's going to get extra stress. He's also going to be good if we take him into an area called the Ruins. So might have to keep that in mind if we're picking our next set of adventures. So we're going back to the hamlet now, and I think our narrator is going to talk a little bit.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
So we got some direction starting off. So we have to go into the ruins. We have to fight an apprentice necromancer. We have to fight a prophet, and then a full-up necromancer. There's all sorts of things that we have to do here. So going into the ruins is going to be our first bit of stuff. We can only visit 3 things that are in Hamlet right now. We can visit Stagecoach, where we can recruit a couple new heroes.
Soldiers and outlaws.
So we're going to take Freeman here, who is a plague doctor. We're going to take Lovell here, who is a... I forget what the name of him is. Basically a cleric. Anyway, we'll leave that alone. We have this. It lets us look at the old cutscenes that we've seen already. We also have the graveyard where you can look at fallen heroes, but we don't have any fallen heroes yet, and hopefully we won't have that many over the course of the game, but it is inevitable that some people will in fact fall. Alright, so we're going to embark on our first full-up adventure here now. We are going to go to the ruins, because that's the only place we can go. And we're going to take our plague doctor, and we're going to take this person. Alright, let's provision. So the provisioning mechanic, you get to take different supplies along with you. But you don't get these supplies back if you come back with these supplies. So they're kind of a one-time thing. So it's recommending 4 food and 8 torches. So we're going to buy 8 torches. We're going to buy some food. Where's the food? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to buy a shovel as well, and a key. Because sometimes you come across things where you want to use these. Alright, so let's embark on our first... oh, I got that mixed up. It said 4 torches and 8 food. That's fine, though. Oh, that's 1 too many. There we go. Alright, embark. Now it's going to let us go. Another thing that I should mention is the light mechanic, which is why we're taking torches. You know, the more light that you have, the easier it is on you. It's going to increase your dodge. It helps with something else. I forget what it is exactly. And it also increases the chance that the enemy is going to be surprised, so you get like a free attack on them. Helps with scouting. So once in a while, once you get to a room, you guys will scout, and you'll actually be able to see what's ahead. So it's useful. Now, the flip side of that, where the strategy comes from, is that if you let it get dark, the monsters get harder, but the rewards will be greater. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. And a lot of people actually suggest, you know, first starting out with like level 0 guys who are kind of expendable, bring them through dungeons like straight up in the dark, because there's really no downside aside from like losing your time. I'm gonna grape shot these guys because skeletons can't bleed. Sorry, stun? Would only affect that guy there, so we're gonna do an incision.
Press this advantage.
That guy's gone.
Give them no quarter.
What do you do? Dazzling light. Okay, we're gonna try to dazzle light. Yeah, she's a Vestal. I couldn't remember the name of that class. Okay, so buff and smite.
Begone,
there we go.
Fiend.
So yeah, you get better rewards the less light you have, but again, things get harder. We have a chest here. Let's check it out. Contents are ours. We got a shovel. We got some gold. We got another little bit of food. All right, so we have to explore 90% of the rooms. That's our goal here. Let's move up to the next room because that's the only way we can go. We have this thingy. Wants us to use a shovel, so let's use a shovel. If we didn't use the shovel there, our stress level would have gone up a bit, and we have a random encounter here. Okay, so I'm going to do the grape shot because that hits everybody. When it does hit, that didn't miss everybody though. We're going to have to do Dazzling Light. Let's do it against the cleric in back. Get her stunned. You're doing a Graveyard Slash. A little bit of damage on our Plague Doctor here. Plague Grenade. How are these guys with Plague? Light is 20%. This does bleed damage though, but these guys don't bleed. This could stun that guy. And do the Plague Grenade against their evil cleric or whatever, cultist acolyte in this case. Because our frontline people won't be able to hit him anyway. Bump the knight. Okay. I'm going to do the Zealous Accusation. Should hit the guys in front here. And we are at turn 2 already. Light should take out this acolyte the next turn. Torch is getting low. Things are getting darker. So in that case, we're going to do an incision there. That took out that guy.
The offensive.
We will do a Zealous Accusation. Hopefully that should kill the second one. Now we got a couple corpses in the way, so we have to do a shot. He got a crit, so that actually took down his stress. That's awesome. I'm actually doing better on this playthrough than I did the last one. Okay, so we have to continue on. I'm going to let the torches burn down for a little bit. Nothing in this room. No scouting. Last time I had scouting. Let's move up here. And then I'll replenish my torches like just about when I enter the next room. That contains loot. We got a key. Got some food. At some point we're going to get a prompt saying our guys are hungry. So that's the reason why we have to do it. So our torches, you know, it's pretty much maxed out right now. This might be a little bit of a harder combat. Blinding gas, stun. Do we want to do that? Disorienting blast. Could stun both of those, 25 and 25. Let's try it on that guy. Okay, and that actually moved him back. Yeah, and that's going to be another part of the strategy as well. You know, position. Because if you move a guy who needs to be in a certain position to hit you, then you move him out of that position, then, you know, things could go well for you. I'm going to try to hit the cleric here and stun them. Didn't work for us. Do the Grape Shot blasts. Managed to hit a couple of them. This guy's going to run for the gods, which got dodged, which is great. Don't really see that many dodges in this game. Our Crusader is going to get some stress. Piled up. I'm going to do the Zealous Accusation, so I can hit the first two, or try to. Okay. He's going to get pushed back. He resisted that, though. That's good. You want the Crusader in like the first or second position, because that's where he can do the most damage here. I'm going to try the Incision to get rid of you altogether. Okay, that worked. This guy's going to try to slash. Took quite a bit of damage there. We'll do the Grape Shot again. Just hit as many people as we can. I'm going to heal up my Crusader a bit, because he has taken a lot of damage in the course of combat here. Try to smite you. Okay, so all we have left now is the skeleton, and you're the only person that can hit him. Another critical hit there, which is awesome. I got an emerald, got another torch. I have a big old chest here, and since I played this game before, I know that if you use a key on the large chest, then you're going to get a little bit extra loot. We did pick up a charm, helps with disease resist, and drop it on my Crusader for now. Okay, let's move into the next area. We do have some scouting, so we have a trap coming up. Doesn't look like we're going to have any combat in the next one. I'm going to have the Highwayman because he does traps a little bit better. Okay, so we'll click on it, disarmed it. Sometimes that doesn't always work for you. Got to keep that in mind. So we got to explore 90% of the rooms. So I'm going to do this room and then this room, and that should bring us to the end of what we need to do. If I'm feeling confident... Oh, this is a Plague Doctor trinket. Helps with accuracy, reduces his max health. Sure, why not? Why not? We'll take it. Okay, so moving on to the next room here. Everybody's hungry, so I'm going to feed them. Let's pop a couple torches. That should bring us enough light until we reach the end of the dungeon. If we don't get any more combat, in fact, I might come back to this room here. Another one of these things. If you don't clear those with a shovel, it puts their stress way up, and I think it also damages them a little bit. Okay, so we're 4 on 4 for this one. Unfortunately, they're not surprised, so... Alright. We're going to do the Grape Shot Blast here. Try to hit as many of them as possible. What do we have here? So, stun. I just want to see... So I have a chance of stunning both you guys. Let's try it. That worked out. That's good. That's good. He would have attacked us then, except he was stunned. I'm going to do Dazzling Light, see if we can stun this Axeman here. He resisted it, unfortunately. Okay, that was a nice dodge there. And do the Zell's Accusation, so we can get both these guys. So we killed one. That's good. So it's now 3 and 4. He got pushed back, and he's stunned, which is not good for us. That's why I kind of wish that guy was... He can do a lot of damage to you really quick, so that's why I didn't want to stun him, but it did not work out for us. I'm going to heal up this guy then, since he has taken quite a bit of damage. Incision will do nothing for us. Disorienting Blast, I will try it again. Unfortunately, we got resistant to that. Do that. We're doing a lot of big misses here right now, which is not good. It's not good. And this game is unforgiving, so things can get really bad really quickly here if we're not careful. Alright, do we get a chance to attack? We do. Please hit. Okay. Can I incise you? He's got 5 health, and this is, what, 3 to 5? May not kill him. Try it. Darn it. I was kind of hoping to get the kill there. Alright, quarrel against my acolyte or whatever. That's not entirely terrible since she has most hit points and we're almost through the dungeon. I will heal up this guy again for now, just in case these guys try to triple hit us or something. In the dark... 4 damage there. No stress. That's good. Okay, so we're down to just this guy right now. He's going to quarrel us one more time. He really doesn't like our Highwayman. Incision does nothing. We'll try the Disorienting Blast on him. Alright, so he's stunned. Good thing about that skill, too, is that it clears off corpses. We'll see if we can get this combat done ASAP. He's stunned again. And we're just going to do Smite on him since he's single targets. And we got Slippery Shoes. Resist goes down and Dodge goes up. We have a journal page. And we have some more heirlooms, which again is going to help us with upgrading our helmet. So I won't go back to that other room. Ah, crap. I should open that chest, though. That was silliness of me. But that's okay. We'll play it a little bit safe starting off until I get, you know, really used to how to play Darkest Dungeon again. So there's our heirlooms. Again, these are used to upgrade the various things at the hamlet. Okay. I got another skill. You're scared of the cove. There's a chance that you're going to pick up a virtue, which is good. He's got a lazy eye. So his range skills are down, which sucks because he's mainly a range dude. This guy's stout. He's good for healing while we are camping. And she's clumsy, which reduces her dodge chance. So really working with the A team here. Not with those skills. The thing is, though, as we unlock various things in our village, we will have a chance to remove some of those negative traits. Alright, so now we have access to the bar.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms.
So what these places do, they let us reduce stress. And I can actually upgrade some of these things right now. This increases the stress recovery. Sure, so let's take that just to show how that works.
A game of chance and
okay, so
companionship.
close out of that. And our guys are actually pretty good for stress right now, so I'm just going to leave them. Actually, just to show how it works, we'll put Frame in there. And yes, he's going to be drinking while we're out at the next dungeon crawl. Abby, it's the same thing.
Have been dusted, the pews set straight.
You know, it will reduce
the Abbey
stress.
Calls to the faithful.
So let's upgrade that a little bit. And the guild we don't have yet, and I think that's all we've unlocked. Let's go to the stagecoach. Should let us keep up. So we have a man-at-arms. We have an abomination. The abomination's a pretty interesting thing, but you won't be seeing that till the next episode, because I'm going to be wrapping things up there. If you like what you saw, think about it, like the video, think about subscribing to the channel. I am trying to grow the channel. You know, I'd like, you know, YouTube has come out with that thing now. It's like, well, you're not really important unless you have 1,000 subscribers. I'd like to get to that point, you know, just to keep things going. So, yeah, be a big help if you subscribe. And also, check out my Twitter, because I do tweet from time to time. And at the very least, you're going to get updates on when I upload new videos. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Take care and have yourself a great day.